Um, Batteries are.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Bye.
It's a school teacher thing.
And we've talked about this over and over again about the importance of knowing what your battery pack looks like. Okay? And soon after Dewey introduced us to the CBAs, I got one, John got one, Chris got one. We're starting to pick up on these, and when I got mine home, I started going through the various battery packs that I was going to be using for this season to see what kind of capacity do I have. It turns out my Micro Pro 8000 single stick uses a battery pack that's been in there since about 97, back in that time frame. I bought the unit. And I did a discharge on it, and what the discharge kind of looked like was something like that, where the capacity was down somewhere around 120 milliamp on an 800 milliamp pack. And you look at that and you say, my God, that's a dead pack. Okay? So I decided to see what would happen if I recharged it. And I use the Sirius Pro. Oops, sorry. The Sirius Pro charger. It's a fast charger. Okay. And I ran a whole series of charges and discharges using the CBA. And what happened was, it started out with this big drop that you can see here. This was the first charge and discharge. And it ended up down here about 175 milliamp on an 800 milliamp pack. And again, you look at that and you see this big drop that occurs. And my God, that cell's dead. But okay, Sirius charger should perhaps improve the quality of a pack. And let's see what happens. That's one of the claims they make. So I started charging and running the discharges on the Sirius. And it was interesting to see that as I continued to charge and discharge, I was losing capacity. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 runs, okay? And those 4 runs show that I was losing capacity. I got on the phone and I explained this to Dewey.
Every day he was on the phone.
Because it was
a couple times a day.
Like, whoa, like what the heck is going on? So Dewey suggested doing something a little different with regard to charging. And that is using a unit that's probably well known to most of you, which is the MEN charger. And I know Dewey has talked to you guys before about what the MEN charger does, the pulses that go in, and what it does to the little whiskers that form inside the battery, and that those pulses will remove those whiskers, okay? I don't have a MEN charger, so I asked Dewey, would he please charge this thing, and let's see what happens to it. Well, the interesting thing was that he runs just the way I gave him the pack, and he finds this bad cell, and that's what it appears to be. Okay, didn't get but 130 milliamps. He charged it again with the MEN charger. He ran it for how long?
Charged overnight, 18
Overnight, 18 hours. Ran it again, and lo and behold, hit this beautiful curve, 720 milliamps. Milliamp hours in an 800 milliamp pack. So the MEN charger took a pack that normally I would have taken and thrown out, because there was no way I was going to take a chance with it. And the MEN charger, rather than the Sirius charger, which lost capacity, actually increased the capacity on that battery pack. Passing this on just for information, you guys can think about this kind of stuff. It's important to know what your battery packs are doing. You go out there and you can get that launch, and I think Dewey can tell you a story here about a couple of packs that he tested for the guys, where if you had launched 10 seconds after launch, you were dead. Okay? So if you want to take the chance, not knowing what your battery packs are doing, it's called your kitty.
So a new receiver pack's probably $25 or so. That's you save yourself $25 already.
Yeah, but the more important thing is that you begin to understand. You begin to understand. You begin to understand what your battery packs are doing. Okay? A lot of us, we take our batteries and we take our transmitters and planes and put them in the basement and hang them up someplace until the spring, and then we throw them on a charger and we're off to the field. Okay?
Yeah.
Have no clue what that battery pack is doing. So it behooves you to somehow, by whatever hook or crook, do a capacity check on your batteries before you go out and fly. If you do it at the beginning of the season, you're going to stand a better chance of having a lot of good flying time. Dewey may be anal about what he does, but I'll tell you something, he don't lose many planes because a battery pack goes bad. Okay? He may fold the wings on occasion. Okay?
That's where I lost most of mine.
I just wanted to pass that on, and if you guys have battery packs, if Dewey's not available, I'll certainly be able to make myself available to check the pack for you on occasion. Okay? I won't do a full-blown, run all your planes and all your transmitters for you, but on occasion, if you have one out there, I'll do that. I'm sure Dewey or anybody else will. But I would definitely encourage you to find out what the heck those packs are doing. Okay?
Okay, I have